What I've heard the fan community say is, I want my Mario, I want my Zelda, and I want the best of third party. And that's what we're looking to bring to consumers.
I still remember when the Nintendo Switch was a new game console. And I still remember that my thoughts on it were like, this is pathetic. I mean, this is a complete and utter joke. I mean, it's so bad it's not even worth making fun of. And that was my thought at first. But of course, the Nintendo Switch has sold much more than the Wii U has. Not as much as the 3DS did, but it's been selling more than the Wii U has. And so what's happened is the Nintendo Switch audience has been the butt of many jokes on the internet, and for good reasons. Now, just like the Nintendo Wii U before the Switch, and just like the 3DS before the Switch, the Nintendo Switch has attracted three distinct crowds. It's attracted, rich parents who want a game console to shut Jimmy up during that long car trip to Disney World or plane trip to Disneyland or whatever. It's attracted broken college students who just love to play video games and who probably aren't going to go anywhere besides being a fry cook at McDonald's or a techie working for Google or Microsoft or one of those companies, because they'll hire a lot of people if they fit quotas, not if their skills actually good. And three, the Nintendo Switch appeals to, like, 30-something-year-old nerd comic book addicts and whatnot. The kind who, like, watch Marvel movies, have a bunch of shitty geek culture figurines on their table, who have, like, nutty wives that are very controlling, which leads to the whole joke about husband points for Nintendo Switch playtime. And of course, you've got to remember that these are the same people who have the same amount of voting rights as you do, because their votes count just as much. So think about that the next time you see one of those people at some rally comparing geopolitical politics to the cartoons and mass media they consume, as they walk around with geek culture t-shirts, being basically a walking advertisement. That's who they are. They're straight up a walking advertisement. They're walking around in public with a Marvel t-shirt because, hey, buy Marvel comics and stuff. But if you spent $300 on a game console and ignored how many times Nintendo has lied about having that great third-party support, well, let's just say it kind of brought it upon yourselves. So the Nintendo Switch's third-party support has been a complete joke. Monster Hunter World is not on the Nintendo Switch. Instead, however, you, the Nintendo fan, are going to get a port of a 3DS game on your Nintendo Switch. Not the 3DS version, mind you. You're going to get the port of it to the Nintendo Switch on your $300 console. So while all the cool kids are playing Monster Hunter, the new Monster Hunter World, the one that everybody on Twitch was talking about for a few months before they went back to playing PUBG and Fortnite, before people went back to those games, they were talking about Monster Hunter World. And you're not going to get that on the Switch. You know what you are going to get? You're going to get a port of a 3DS game, because that's what you get for being a Nintendo fan. And of course, this isn't the only time you're going to get quality games on your Nintendo Switch. For example, take a look at what the other third-party games are on the Switch. So what's the Nintendo Switch's library like? Well, you ever remember those best of the 80s and best of the 70s, that kind of thing? You know those music CDs you'd see ads for back in the 90s or early 2000s? Where you'd see these ads and they'd be like, you get all these songs on them. And they're all these old songs that you've probably heard a million places before, but here a lot of them are on one CD. Well, that's what the Nintendo Switch is like, except with early 2010s games. Oh, you can play L.A. Noire or whatever that game is. You can play some sports game. You can play Dark Souls, the first one, not 2 or 3, the first one. You can play on your Nintendo Switch games like Payday 2. You remember that game from 2013 that's even on the 360? Well, yeah, now you can play that on the Nintendo Switch. You can play Payday 2 on the Nintendo Switch. Oh, you want to play You want to play, what other games are on the Nintendo Switch? Alright, hold on. I forgot what third-party games are on the Nintendo Switch. Let me look at Nintendo Switch games. Oh yeah, even the first-party games are ports, by the way. There's like Captain Toad and Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze coming to the Switch. Let me look this up again. Nintendo Switch games. What is there? Oh, there's Skyrim. Yeah, that's a 2011 game now on the Switch. I can play a Minecraft on the Switch. That's on every system, even the Wii U. I can play Shovel Knight on the Switch. Yeah, I remember when, like, the fat nerds at my, like, old college were telling me to play that game. And I bet they probably dropped out like every other college student I knew at that time, because that's what happened to so many of them. Oh, there's even some more ports of games. There's this Gaia 5 being ported. There's, Lego City Undercover. That was a Wii U game that these Nintendo fans were going on about being, oh, this Wii U exclusive. Who needs GTA? That's being ported to the Switch. It's like, that's what the Switch is. It's like a best of these old-ass games that are already on other systems. Including first-party games, even. But hey, it's the Nintendo Switch. It's a perfect system, you guys. I mean, even though all the games of it are literally ports. I mean, look, Rayman Legends is being ported to it. That's another game. Yeah, I just typed in Nintendo Switch games. And I'm just seeing that literally all these fucking games are ports. That's what the Switch is. I was gonna say Wii U by accident because that's basically the same shit, but yeah, that's what the Wii U is this year. It's ports. But maybe it might get Black Ops 4. I mean, it doesn't have many shooters, but it might get Black Ops 4. I mean, that's just a rumor, but that's also going to be the one game that kills Call of Duty, so if it did come, that would be funny. I mean, there is rumors saying it would come to the Switch, but, you know, Black Ops 4 is going to be fucking shit. It's going to kill the fucking series. Anyhow, that's the thing with the Nintendo Switch. It's just a port station, and these people are like, wow, this is the greatest game console. It's got all the games you want. No, it doesn't. Look, they're fucking porting a 3DS game to it, of all things. And it's just ports. So, oh, you can finally play Undertale on a Nintendo console. I mean, it's not like you probably had Steam or something. I mean, look, I've seen so many Nintendo fans on Steam and shit that I'm shocked that they wouldn't be playing it on Steam. So, yeah. Nintendo Switch is still a fucking joke. That's all it needs to be said. Fuck. Nintendo Switch is a boring-ass console. It's a fucking boring-ass console. Nobody gives a shit about the Switch. It's a fucking... But, hey, at least you can finally get homebrew on it. I mean, like every other system. But yeah. Waste of money. Fucking waste of money. I'm not buying a Switch.